Good morning. Ninja coffee maker. Can't forget that. We're gonna need banana. Gonna need this contraption here. All right. I'm going to need my wallet. I'll get back with you guys when I'm actually ready to talk. All right. Good morning. I have coffee. Today, we are going to go take about a 2-hour drive north of here, and then about a 3/4 of a mile hike to get to a fishing spot that just opened up for salmon. And there should be, technically, there should be coho salmon there, and they should be ripe for the taking, hopefully. We will see. We will see. Today's going to be pretty much just a spinner show. So, spinner show and jig and bobber show. You stop that. So, we're not going to need every single thing in this pack, for one thing. Because we got quite a walk, so we don't need to be packing. We're packing fish out, hopefully. We don't need a ton of weight in our box, so not going to need those. This is the box we're going to need right here. Salmon spin. And yeah, we'll bring the jig box too, because you never know. Sometimes jigs are the key. The spot we're going. We're going to definitely need shoes. And I found my wading shoes, which is really nice. So we're going to need those. And then I'm going to bring 2 rods today. My rod and I'm going to bring my girlfriend's rod too. So let's get the reel for my rod. Still sitting here from review. Hope you guys enjoyed that review. We're going to need a terminal box. I think it has everything we need in it. Yeah. Basically all I need is swivels. Yeah, this would be good. And then you stop and buy a pack of swivels or two. So you want this rod right here. Which I think the rod I'm going to throw spinners on. And there could be some aggressive submarine steelhead there. They start getting aggressive this time of year. The closer they get to the spawn, the more aggressive they get, like any salmon species. So they might eat a jig and bobber pretty good. And I think I have one here all set up, and I do. This one, I gotta switch the handle around because it's set up for my girlfriend. She's not going today. She's going to work. I'm going to work too. It's just my job's a lot more fun. So I shouldn't laugh about that. I'm very super blessed to be able to get to do this. All right. There's that. This out. Stand. All right. Oh, I'm not ready yet. I need my waders. And I found my wading boots the other day. Yay. Everyone must place those again. Put them in front. And I think that's it. All right, guys, I'm gonna, nope, we need seeds. Always with the seeds. All right, I think that's everything I'm gonna need right now. So I'm gonna get on the road. I got about a 2-hour drive and then about a 2-hour walk, which is gonna put me there hopefully around 8 o'clock in the morning. So still low light. Hopefully the fishing's good. We just get a couple fish, get out and get home. So, all right, I'll see you guys on the river. Well, as you can see, there's moisture in the air. Low light conditions. We just got here to where I'm gonna start walking. Crazy how this moisture, I mean, it's not rain, it's just like a fog. It's just crazy how it really shows in the camera. But yeah, gonna walk from here. If I see anything, I'll turn the camera on. It's gonna be about maybe a 45-minute walk or so, depending on how fast I go and how treacherous it is, and how many Bigfoots we run into and all that good stuff. But yeah, this is it. So we're about, I don't really want to give away the spot, but people who've been here will recognize it, I'm sure. We are north of the Quinault Nation, north of Lake Quinault. So, little tiny stream leads to a great big river. So, then I got my waders. Yay. we're gonna have some fun. Hopefully. It's gonna be quite a walk. So anyway, I'll get back with you guys if I see anything special. If you listen carefully, hopefully this phone's picking it up. But there's cow elk up here calling each other. It will sound like birds chirping. Of course, now that the camera's on, they stop. We're right close to them. We weren't very far away. There's a big dust bowl up here that they like to lay down in and take dust baths. I think that's where they are. So I'm going to film just a little bit longer. Kind of want to conserve my batteries for fish. But it would be really cool to see some elk on the way, so. Oh yeah. They're right inside this dark area here. I see them. I'm gonna pop the camera out of the chest rig. They're right over here in these trees. Hopefully we'll get a shot of one. Oh. Did you hear that? That's them running. They scented me. Or saw me. Dang it, I can see them in there, but the camera won't show them. Oh, this stupid mist doesn't help. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. A bunch. There's a bunch in there. That big white spot right in the middle of the screen, that's one. Oh, there, now you can see her. Here's one right there. You can see this white butt. She's looking right at me. She is 40 yards maybe. But I wouldn't take a shot. It's too brushy. But you can't hunt here anyway, so. But anyway, that's cool. Seeing some elk this morning. Kind of thought we would see some through here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of white butts back in those trees. They're over in there. And they're being super quiet right now because they know I'm here. There they go down that way. Squirrel barking at me, turning me in. Oh, I see a baby. I don't know if you heard that, but that's them going through the woods over there. All right. Well, if I get a better view of them, I'll show you guys. As you can see, by that big pile of poop right there, this is that dust bowl area that I talked about, and this is where they like to lay down. They'll rest here most of the day. All this dust, they like to get a good dust bath. That's where they were heading to. I'm sure if I waited here real quiet in the right spot, I could catch them coming in here. Poop and tracks everywhere. Look at that big old poop pile. That's what big elk poop. Everybody thinks it's all those little pellets, but when you got big elk, they do that. I would say that's probably a male. He also let out a lot of urine right there. Probably just marking his territory. Big bull. Another couple of weeks they'll be calling. Look at that bed right there. Lots of beds. I noticed some calves with them, so that's cool. Here's another big dust bowl over here. Going through all the poop. Look at that big old pile of poop. And pee. They were here this morning already. They must have heard me coming or smelled me. They have a super keen sense of smell. Oh yeah, look where they've been rolling. Rolling around, having fun. They lay on their sides and kick their legs and do stuff. That's why you got these weird circular patterns of tracks. And you got poop. All right. And we're down to the main river. This little river here has a hatchery on it. And that's why there's coho, hopefully waiting down at the mouth of it for a good rain so they can come up to spawn at the hatchery. But my goal is to head some off and catch a couple. And there's also summer and steelhead in this river this time of year. I wouldn't mind getting one of those too. Either or. And of course, just so you guys know, which I'm sure you're already thinking about, whenever you're around big herds of animals, there's also predators. I mean, this is no different than the plains of Africa. You got a big herd of wildebeest, you're gonna have lions that follow them around. And it's no different here. You got a big herd of elk, you're gonna have lions following around. Different kind of lion, obviously, but lions all the same. So kind of keep our head on a swivel. Watch for predators. You don't want to get between a predator and its kill is the most important thing. Keep your ears peeled. If you hear like a
It's amazing, a giant mountain lion that weighs 150 to 200 pounds can sound just like a little kitty cat, making a meowing noise. It's crazy. So you just keep your ears peeled for that. And I like to watch for tracks too. The tracks are pretty easy to tell, perfectly round. 4 little pads in the center pad, no claws. The no claws is a dead giveaway. Because, you know, cats have retractable claws. So when I see that, I go the opposite direction. So anyway, I'll be back if I get a fish on it. That's what happens. Dang it. So we're back in the Dust Bowl area. We walked through this morning. Those elk were in those trees right over there. And I can tell they've been through here. Lots of big poops. Some pretty fresh urine right there. Urine dries up pretty quick. Oh yeah. Probably a little late in the day for him to be taking a dust bath. They probably went back over the timber back in there and are laying down, and they're probably going to watch me walk right by and not even make a noise. So unless I see them, they're not going to move because they're smart. That's what they do with predators too. They'll lay it down and watch a predator go right on by. Of course, predators have a way better sense of smell than people do. Anyway, probably going to end the video here. Sorry it wasn't super exciting as far as the fishing goes, but man, you can't beat the country. Wildlife, all that is really cool here. So, you know the routine. Please like, please subscribe. Check out my giveaway video. Go and comment on that so you can get involved in the giveaway. Be drawing names on that soon. I'm just waiting for it to get, enough comments on there to make it worth it. It's not really, 5 comments. Last I looked, I think. That's only 5 contestants. That makes it, pretty easy odds for somebody, but I would just like to see more before I do the drawing. Probably going to do the old names in the hat thing and have Diane draw the names out. So that's just the way it goes. Anyway, like and subscribe. Follow along. Share my channel. I was back up to 580 something subscribers this morning, which is awesome. Yeah, follow along. Hang out with me. Keep going. I get monetized. I know I keep saying it over and over, but things are just going to get better. I'll be able to add more giveaways, more stuff, hopefully. Really like to figure out how to do like a Friday night group thing. If you guys are interested in that, please comment down below. We can look at gear, we can talk about fishing, we can talk about the regs, we can talk about what's open, what's not open. Fishing stuff. So I have opinions about all of that. So if you want my worthless opinion, because it is just an opinion, we could do a Friday night get-together thing. Live talk or whatever. So anyway, I can answer your questions. I don't know. I have some knowledge. How long have I been doing this now? I'm 58. I've been doing it since I was 6. So what's that? 52 years of fishing experience. Of course, when I was fishing when I was 6, it was a chunk of line tied into a willow branch, the hook on the end, and I had to go around and flip over cow patties to find little red wigglers. But I caught a lot of trout doing that. So anyway, guys, I hope you're having a great, fantastic day. I hope you have a great weekend. Happy Friday, and I'll talk to you later.